Good morning. Does anybody know where Rachel is? I'm looking for Rachel. Where is she? It's just me. It's not Batman. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the first ever, what is this fucking thing called? Wednesdave. Yes, it's a 8:15 here on a very gray morning in the Pacific Northwest. Showing a little more skin than usual. We're gonna say hello. I mean, this is literally the core of the Davengerinos are here right now. We are talking to good old Tyler Davis, Matthew Meddy, and Jeremy Hyler. I mean, I'm in an esteemed company, so I've got nothing to complain about here. Absolute Dave man. Yes, it's me. I'm wearing my bathrobe, doing a little Wednesday morning. It's funny. I think only a couple people remember. What's up, brother? Mr. Collector's in the house. Mark. Um, there's two people in this chat right now with the real initials of MM. Some of you might remember that after Ed Pisker passed away, I was going to do something like this, and then I just couldn't bring myself to do this in the morning. All the way from Spain on his what do they call it? His walkabout. Joe Scar is on his walkabout. He's somewhere in Spain right now. The homie, cheers. Thanks for joining in, brother. I was going to do this after Ed passed away to kind of try to like give a place for people to go in the mornings. A little, like kind of like the kayfabe community. But man, trying to do these even once was hard enough. But what's up, Evgeny? Evgeny in the house, Derek Strom in the house. And I figure, there's some people that can't join nights, maybe due to work, family obligations, or different time zones. And no, I don't want to make you guys all hot and sweaty. So, maybe a morning stream would work. One of the other reasons why, as we get to horror week, I think I need to live my gimmick. And tonight, I'm going to see The Witch in the IMAX in Seattle, the Pacific Center IMAX. The Witch, directed by Robert Eggers, starring Anya Taylor-Joy. Me and a couple friends, including Criterion Comics, are going. So I'm really excited for that. I love that movie. Magic. What's up? All right, Evgeny, enjoy your day and all is well. Don't forget, okay, so we're going to talk about Horror Week. But before we get into Horror Week, there's only a few of you in here. Just hit the like button. Simon, good morning. Congrats on that cover last month or whatever it was 2 weeks ago. The dragon cover. So hit the like button. That's first and foremost. If you haven't watched my interview with Daniel Warren Johnson that dropped this weekend, please do so. And if you're obliged, if it would be no skin off your behind, please share that video. We're gonna have a spirited discussion today about many things. So I'm probably only gonna be live for about 45 minutes or so. But Horror Week starts this week, and you're like, "Well, Dave, what's Horror Week? I thought it was Spoopy Month. I thought it was Spooky Week. I thought it was Halloween Week." It's Horror Week. Horror Week. Good morning, Steve. You got your coffee? I got my coffee. These are still available, by the way. The merch store is somewhere in one of the descriptions, maybe even the one below. But starting this Saturday, I'm dropping 5 videos in 5 days. Just trying to, change it up a little bit. Saturday's video. Hold on, let me just wipe this coffee off my computer. Here we go. Saturday's video. A read through of Matt Wagner and Kelly Jones' first hardcover Dracula book called The Impaler. And my guest on that show is Daryl from Read Your Comics, also a great comic book channel. So we do a flip through. And then Sunday, my interview with Kelly Jones and Matt Wagner drops talking about the second book. It's a great conversation. Those dudes are, I mean, look, Matt Wagner, he's one of those people that like when he talks, you listen. It like you could even see like Kelly Jones listening in, and it's great. And Kelly's such a fun person. Like they are not good cop, bad cop. They're like I'm trying to think. I don't know. They're Wagner and Jones. Anyway, it's a great chat. It's about 45, 50 minutes. Then that's on Sunday. And then their Kickstarter is still going on. And then Monday drops a flip through of House of Secrets 92. And I talk a little bit about Bernie and Swamp Thing in general. But I flipped through the original copy. Um, and then Tuesday, my new another great interview. Becky Cloonan stops by to talk about her new horror anthology called "Come Find Me," which is out from Distillery this week. And then Wednesday, and I'll let you guys know, it's a special video that I haven't really told too many people about. So the day before Halloween, a video called "The Top 5 Horror Movies" is going to pop into your feed on Wednesday the 30th, and it's me talking about my top 5 favorite horror movies, Daniel Warren Johnson talking about his top 5, Becky Cloonan talking about her top 5, Wagner and Jones talking about their top 5. Each of us talk for about 10 to 12 minutes, and so happy. And if this video works, if it sails, um, then I'm gonna make it a tradition, and I'm gonna do it every year. Good morning, William. What up, Johnson? Good morning, Derek. Yeah, it's fun. It's really good, and it's funny. We all had 3 people have one overlap, and then I have an overlap. There's a lot of overlapping talk, but I wanted to get I wanted to get thanks, Simon. I wanted to get different generations. So me and Becky are the same age. Uh, DWJ is younger than me, and obviously Wagner and Jones are both older. I think they're the same age, 62 or so. What up, Matt? Darpa in the house. Happy Nut Day, Leon. Good morning, Matt. So those 5 videos are coming 5 days in a row. Now look, it's tough. I try to do different things because we're all slaves to the algorithm if we are content creators or even artists, when you're posting stuff or just as a person. Um, and so I know I'm not going to expect everybody to watch all 5 of those videos the day they come out, but the more you engage with them, I learned from the best. I learned from Ed and Jim. Watch those videos to the end, like them, subscribe if you're not, hit the notifications, all that good stuff. Well, Tyler, there you go. I'm also almost your mom's age and your dad's age. Shut the fuck up. Um, yes, so those I'm really proud of these videos. And then I just bought a collection this weekend. That collection was fun. I filmed 2 episodes for it because it's kind of 2 separate things. One was comics and like mostly uh late bronze, early copper, and then the other was 9 boxes of famous monsters of filmland. I may be doing an exclusive claim sale of just famous monsters magazines. So I think I should. That's right. Good morning, Rob. Or should I say, no, I'm not even going to say it. It's nice to see you in here. So yeah, so those are the 5 videos coming out for Horror Week. The DWJ interview, I'm really proud of that. And like I said, he's back for that top 5 horror movie. We do horror sci-fi with him because I know he's more of a sci-fi guy. What's up, Dale? Um, but yeah. And then I've got a lot of stuff filmed now. I'm gonna try and get enough episodes to coast me into December. I think I'm gonna do one more interview this year, and then I'll maybe ease off the interview gas pedal. It's crazy how it came in like these 2 really big spurts over the last year. It was like Matt Nelson McFarlane happened, and then like I had Cloonan on and with Tula, and then I had like Larson back with Wagner. I had Derek or Kim. And then like there was almost nothing for a little bit. And then all of a sudden just the floodgates really opened right before like the month leading up to New York Comic Con. Speaking of New York Comic Con, um, sorry, Matt. Yeah. Well, I'm going to see The Witch tonight at the IMAX. So I wanted to try and keep a consistent Wednesday schedule for a little bit. And so I thought, It'd be nice to do this in the morning for people who are maybe thinking about listening to NPR and hearing about the news today and all of the death and destruction that's happening and the stupid people in the election and all the things that are happening in this country. I thought maybe I would talk about comic books instead. See, I could do that voice. I just don't think I could do that voice for an hour because anybody that can talk like this for an hour is probably a psychopath. Hello there, Andrew. Uh, Speaking of Andrew, we had our first sequencing meeting for the Many Faces of Jack Kirby 2. I think if I know my Andrew, this book's going to be ready to go to print by the end of the year. You're about to be big time soon with all these interviews. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate that. I mean, look, I had Todd on, and then there are some people that have not responded to me, and they're missing out. And I think I'm gonna stop having people on that don't share the interviews. It's kind of weird to me. Let's have a let's have a little. Let me discuss this a little bit. Um, I'm having people on because obviously I want to have conversations. It's not. No offense to some of the smaller artists that I've had on, but it's not to put it's not for the algorithm. It's actually because I want to talk to them. So that's more important to me. But what I find weird is that, you know, if I'm having you on my show and I have nearly 5,000 subscribers, which, compared to some of the bigger channels like Swag or even Comic Tom for that matter, people that do interviews or kayfabe, um, I'm still promoting you and like, why wouldn't you want to share that? Like, it doesn't. It only benefits you to share the fact that you're talking to somebody about your new book or whatever it is. Like, I don't get it. I don't get why you wouldn't want to share it. Oh, I can argue about Venom's first appearance. It's ASM 299. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I have you on to talk about your new book or your new Kickstarter, whatever it is, and you're not promoting it. It makes no sense. I mean, look, all Bagley did. We emailed after and we talked a little bit, and I asked him if he could share it on his. He had somebody that runs his Instagram. He had somebody that runs his Facebook. He shared it on both of those things, and that video, you know, more subscribers, more people watched it, more people became aware that he did this interview and saved it. Um, Good morning, Craig. Yeah, yeah, little morning show. Yes, not only does the relationship work both ways, but it's like, okay, for as much as it looks good for me to have Todd McFarlane on the channel, it also looks good for Todd McFarlane's brand to show that he's out there talking to people. And it's funny because I never expected McFarlane to repost anything because he has no interaction with his social media. Like this is him, this is his social media. There are people in between. And I didn't even realize it because they didn't tag me, but they reposted it that the day that it went live. And it was like, that's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is hit the button. Um, you know, well, it should be you'll enjoy it. We expand upon like I asked everybody who did the top 5 list to expand upon anything that they wanted to. So if they wanted to talk about the movie at length, just said, let's keep it to 10 minutes each. So yeah, I don't know. I don't it behooves me. It makes me kind of wonder like I get it. Like I have friends and there's probably some people in the chat that have, you know, in the tens, maybe 100,000 followers. Like, but you do see everything that comes across. Like you're not blissfully unaware. No, no, no. And look, from the top to the bottom, from the top to the bottom, the bottom top to stop. Everybody has been complaining over the last 2 years, specifically about Instagram and how they change the algorithm daily. You don't even see your friends' stuff that you've been following for years. You don't see this, you don't see that. Well, how else do we change that? We just bombard the freaking algorithm, you know? Maybe consider making a stipulation future. I that's a a correct statement, and it's also one that I've kind of implemented, but you can't really make it a stipulation because, like, I'm not big enough to have a contract signed. Like, hey, you just got to sign this saying you're going to post it. Maybe one day. I'm still on the fence about going to see. I will not pay money to see that movie. I don't give a shit how good it is or bad because Venom 2 um, was the worst movie. It's the worst movie in memory that I've seen, like in the last 5 to 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. More creators might reply if they're offered a stimulation. Well, that is true. Hey, I'll give you 10 pounds of Xanax and a block of cheese. I don't know if that would sell it. But anyway, I digress. New York Comic Con looked like it was bananas. I'm glad. Nope. Sorry, Sean. You you get earlier, you get on time, or you get nothing. So yeah, New York Comic Con looked like it was bananas. Dude, Madam Web wasn't as bad as Venom 2. I don't give a shit. Nope. Nope. Madam Web was better than Venom 2. I did, and I put it so far out of my mind that I forgot how bad it was. There you go. Bump of cocaine and a Baja Blast. I can offer that. That is true. That is true. The local market grocery store by my house, the one that's like the more uppity, I guess you could say, but the higher end one. They get in yearly this mammoth cheese. I guess I don't know why it's called mammoth cheese. It's probably from where it's from. And it's a cheddar. And it's the best cheddar cheese I've ever had in my life. So I actually have some in my fridge and I'm going to buy some because it literally comes in for like a month and then it's all gone. It's like they blew their cheese load. Oh, that sounds tasty. Um so yeah, New York Comic Con was this weekend. It looked like all my friends that were there as creators and stuff had fun. Um but you know, the exclusives, the people that went there just to be seen or the exclusives, it's like, come on, this is comics. This isn't the movie premiere. This isn't the Hollywood party. This is comics. Stop being a man. Although I did, Peach Momoko punched me in the face this weekend. I can trade cheese for comic book. That's right, Adam. That's right. Cheese cards, baby. Yeah, I've been to Wisconsin a bunch of times. Y'all have a lovely state that I enjoy, and I've always had good food there, good coffee, good comic book stores. The House on the Rocks, one of my favorite places to go. Period. So been there 3 times. I've even been on Lambo. Yeah, I did an event that was for. I was during the playoffs one year, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, when the Giants played the Packers in the first round, and I got to take a tour of Lambeau at night and went on the field. It was like negative 13 degrees. It was awesome. I did my version of a Lambeau leap. I haven't been to Chicago since 2019, since right before the pandemic. I love Chicago, and I do plan on going back there some point in the next year or so because I do love that city. Food, the people, all of it. All of it. Good morning, my undead friend. 15 minutes from Lambeau, they were really building the city up. No shit. Yeah, last time I was there, like I said, it's probably like 2018, so long time ago. You should come to Okay, okay, okay. No. I mean, Tyler, if I'm going to Buffalo, I'm going to hang out with you. That's the only reason why I'm going to Buffalo. No offense to the rest of the city of Buffalo. But all right. Yeah, but the problem is, Sam, I'm from New York. I I just don't. I mean, it's not that I dislike deep dish, but it's just me. It's not pizza. No, I don't fucking eat wings, Bill. They're a waste of my time. I'm a man who likes to eat food, not little scraps of wings. Well, next year, some of you may see me. There's something that I'm thinking about doing, but not right now. Right now, I got to finish out this year, and this year may end up with some fun stuff happening towards the end of the year. Ooh, I love sausage. Hell yeah, and a dog. Bill, look, I'm not gonna hold something in my hand and go, "I'm not a fucking squirrel. I'm gonna eat a fucking chicken." I'm just not a wing guy. I never have been. I'm just not a wing guy. I'm not a wingman. Maybe. We will see. This is definitely the plan. I'm gonna try and go to Japan before this year ends. We will see. Um, I have a lot of things, but I did the good thing is I got 2 unboxings that I filmed. I filmed a huge art unboxing yesterday. Big grail piece, and then I'm gonna have, like I said, one more interview that probably happened this year is I'm probably gonna have Sean Crystal on the program. We just gotta figure out when. Well, Bill, I'd eat some of your wings. Hey, hey. Chicky nugs. Chicky nugs, I mean, chicky nugs aren't chicken. They're like pink paste, but I do love chicken fingers. Like, if you're making, like, real chicken nuggets or real chicken fingers, hell yeah. I honestly would take, chicken fingers, like fresh chicken fingers over, yeah, over any other chicken. I thought so. I thought so. You'd have to ask somebody that would like, I would say you gotta ask somebody that's very old from Chicago. Yeah, Sean is the best. And ooh, yeah, speaking of Sean, we are gonna be filming something next week. Haven't figured out the name of the show, but it may be a monthly show where we talk about like some finds in the wild and how we found them, like cool stories and stuff like that about digging in the wild. There you go. I would. I'd eat a turkey leg at a Renaissance fair for sure. Sean, yeah, yeah, Sean Crystal. So speaking of homies, let's just plug a couple of things real quick. By the way, if you have not uh subscribed to my podcast yet, I have a audio podcast called Direct Edition. I do put some of the interviews that are on this channel on audio format on that, but last week I did a lot of people responded to it, an episode about mental health, and next week I've got an epic like 55-minute rant on um kind of how like movies get bashed and shit all over before they even come out, and that's why they don't do well, and it's not on the merit of them being good movies or bad movies or fun movies. um so you can find the link in the description below. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Direct Edition, but you can find it on Spotify, Apple, all the podcast places. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Adrian. Yeah, I love talking to Dan. Dan's great. Dan is awesome. Such a nerd and such a passionate guy. I got that Extremity, the signature edition came yesterday, and I did a flip through of it, and I thought I would do like a 15-minute one. Took me a half hour just to get through it without really stopping. Like without doing an in-depth analysis. So speaking of Kickstarters and speaking of supporting homies, we've got 7 days to go on the Ma Food Savage Street Vigilante. So let's get them to at least 60, 75,000. I can't wait to read this book. Um, I backed it, actually backed it at the retailer level because I sell comics. Why not buy a bunch? So we've got that. And then obviously we've got the Switchblade Shorties Zoop, which ends in 39 hours. So this is Ed's last book. It is, yeah, that Extremity one is a very hefty book. Ed's last book, you can get the full thing. It's finished in story pages, and I know a lot of it was uncolored, but it's kind of like having a mini artist edition in a way. So they're at 78 plus 70, almost 79,000 with 39 hours. Let's get them to 80. This book's going to be great. It's kind of like Peanuts if Peanuts met Goonies and Goonies met the Monster Squad. Hell yeah, Jeremy. Oh, that's so cool. Simon, I'd love to see did you post it? I'd love to see it. If and when you do post it. So we've got the Switchblade Shorties, we've got Ma Food, and let's look at two others that I backed and that I endorse. Uh Dracula Book 2 by Wagner and Jones. It's at 155,000. Man, that's crazy. I hope they get to 200K. Like the four campaigns that I've backed. if you total them up, it's almost at a half a million dollars. And like just to see creator-owned stuff getting real backing, like real great backing, makes my heart warm. It also makes me realize that, like, look, I know I'm preaching to the choir in this chat right now. But when you look at the comic space influencers, people that are talking about comics, like all these fucking jerk offs, all they're talking about is foils and variant covers. I'm like, nah, let's put money in the pockets of real people creating real stuff. Stop giving money to the machine. Okay. Stop giving money to the machine. And the last Kickstarter that I'm going to show you that went live yesterday is friend of the channel and really good dude. The Marvel art of Michael Allred. See, here we go. You want to support Marvel? Put it in Allred's pocket. You know, um, there you go. Appreciate that, Dale. I mean, look, though there this is Matt, this is just basically like another version of that. And I dig it. I mean, look, I think that those essential sequential ones are great. They're a little pricey for what I want to pay or what I think I should be paying, but that's okay because I'm just one person. But I don't discourage people from backing those at all. Oh, that's cool. Rude, the rude dude. Um, Let me see if I can post the Dracula one and make it. I think one of the wrenches. Hold on, let me. Tyler, you might have to post this, but this might. I don't know if you guys can click on that link that I just put in the chat. This one, but anyway, let's go back to the All Red, and then we'll come back to Dracula because you're going to see me talking to um, Jones and Wagner about Dracula this weekend. So it's the Marvel art of Michael Allred. I talked to Mike, about a week ago. I think I'm gonna have him back on the show in November. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll make it a live thing so that we can, the chat can, can engage with him. But, I mean, Allred's DC art is fantastic, but the basis of his DC art is always gonna be the Batman stuff. So if they ever do a book like that, it'll be all Batman. But, you can get some portfolios. It's funny, there's trading cards too in there. I just backed I got the slipcase, the signed slipcase, because look, you got a Galactus slipcase, come on. But there's art portfolios, and here they are: X-Men and Friends, Surfer, which probably the best of the art portfolios, and then the Marvel Universe with some Spidey and Daredevil and whatnot. The stickers, the puzzle, the cards. I was very tempted to get the 36 card set just because it's all red, but and then the head sketches, which I don't know if there are any head sketches left, but it wasn't so expensive. It was 300 with the sketch, the slipcase. It looks like it's all gone. Oh wait, maybe not. Yeah, the head sketches are all gone. It was only 300 bucks, which technically, like, added on with the slipcase, is really only 160 bucks more or whatever. That's right. Hit it. Hit the like button. So so there are the four things that I'm currently backing. Uh and it's the rug, the rug, the Mafood, Jim. Gee, it's too early in the morning. It's the Mafood Kickstarter, Savage Street Vigilante. It's the Zoop, Switchblade Shorties. It's Dracula Book 2, and it is the art of Michael Allred. Now, I'll say this. By the time all the videos are done for Horror Week, the Dracula Kickstarter is up till November 1st. Allred's up till like mid-November. But I think by the time you see the flip through of book 1 of Dracula and the Wagner Jones interview, you're gonna back the second book. And here's why. Today, Wednesday, October 23rd, not only does The Moon is Following Us Part 2 come out, but the Dracula book 1 comes out in trade paperback form from Dark Horse. So you can get the first book in trade, and you can pre-order the second book in hardcover. Look, I don't read too many new comics. I don't fucking like I don't have the patience to do weekly big 2. I'm reading Absolute Batman because it's Absolute Batman. I'm reading Batman Dark Age, which is all read. I think they're finishing it up maybe this week. The last issue of All Red and Mark Russell's second Age book, and I read the distillery stuff. Um, this is where you're, backing this stuff and reading this stuff is where you're going to support creators more than anything else. Marvel clearly and DC clearly don't really give a shit about comics. They just don't. I mean, it's very much like this. Image, obviously, that's all they do. Distillery, Dark Horse, Boom, all the small ones. But even like homie right here, if you guys haven't checked out Jeremy Hyler's books, now Jeremy has been doing great bootleg books. He's done 4 Batman, 1 Godzilla, and a Splinter. Support him because if you guys saw the Darth Jar Jar piece of art he did, then he's making good stuff. Kickstarter's been one of yes, it has now. I've heard about that. I've heard that the Space Ghost one is good. People said that the new Toxic Avenger comic was good. Yes, yes. Jeremy, what is it? Jeremy Hyler art? Let's go take a look here. Why don't we do that? Jeremy Hyler. I'll just Google you. There we are. Okay, let's take a look at Jeremy's website. I'm going to put it on the screen and I'm going to put it in the chat so that you can click on it. So his newest Batman book, the digital just came out and the print run is on sale now. So let's take a look at his comics. So we'll start from the first one, Batman Snow. Mostly wordless, all wordless. Just beautiful artwork and a great story. There's your Splinter book, Always My Father. And then Batman Rain. So you're seeing Snow, Rain, and the Godzilla one, which was great. Peace on Earth. Yeah, right. Batman Heat, and now finally Batman Fall. Just check it out digitally, and then you can just buy it. You can just buy it right here in the shop. You can get the digital version for free, and then, ooh, don't do it, Dave. You've spent so much money on original art right now. There you go. What's up, Carl? Yeah, for Batman, Godzilla, Splinter. These books are great. They're great in hand. They're great to read digitally. Although I always advocate for people getting a physical book. But if you just want to read it digitally, you can do that too, and you can support him by buying some original art or commissioning him to do your own Darth Jar Jar, just not what he did for me because it's so fucking cool. Hold on, let me go grab it. Okay. So this is a piece of art that Jeremy did for me of Darth Jar Jar. It really doesn't get better than this. Just the Jedi Council just being eviscerated. Anyway, all the Turok ones, well, it's Carl, I can't leave those up for too long because the neighbors start coming over and knocking on the window here. Like, can I get a Turok one? But I'm always looking for more too. I actually don't have that recreation has not come yet, but when it does, I'll be talking about that one on the channel. Yeah, Simon, this is if anybody else wants to some version of a Darth Jar Jar, Davey's always accepting. Ah. So what else? Magic, appreciate you. Awesome. Good luck. Good luck on the interview and have a great one. Yeah, I could tell you had a lot of fun with that. Like, that's the thing, right? You look at art in general, but just if we're talking about commissions and stuff or reading a comic book or whatever, you can always tell when the artist is having fun. Did you make a Bart? Did I make Bart sign? No, I had him sign. Only I brought 3 of them to Heroes. I didn't want to pack because I also picked up a couple of wizards while I was at Heroes. But next year we'll I'll maybe I'll get 10 copies signed by Bart, whatever, $10 a sig. I don't care what it costs. I'll give that man all the money yeah. I love giving money to artists, obviously getting something's nice, a piece of art to go along with that. But um so yeah, New York Comic Con looked whatever. Next con you can find me at will be OAX, possibly Tokyo Comic Con or Brave and Bold. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Next year I just plan on doing OAX, Heroes, probably go the Thursday to Emerald City Comic Con, and then Eddie Peacon, and that's probably it. Because I don't really need to fly across the universe to go to Comic Cons all the time. I'd like to go to Thought Bubble next year too. Um, what else comes out today? So Moon is Following Us 2 comes out today. Batman Dracula book 1 comes out today. Maybe the last issue of Dark Age comes out today. And then that's all I think I know I'm going for. What else could we talk about? What other bullshit can I fill your morning with? Anybody have anything that they want to ask me? You can go ahead. I'll probably be on for another 20 minutes or so. Penguin. This episode was awesome. I'm actually really enjoying Agatha as well. Excited to see what happens in the next episode, and then the last two are next week, and then it's Halloween. So next week, going to be doing a graveyard sale plus some new books, but it's mostly going to be a graveyard sale. And it's going to be incentive to buy. Like you're going to get a discount on your entire order, whatever you buy from me, and Absolute Wonder Woman comes out. I probably won't pick that up, nor will I pick up Absolute Superman, but, um, does that come out this week? I think Jason Aaron's one of those people that maybe should stick to I don't know. I can't say that Absolute Superman's not gonna be good, but that first issue of Turtles made me not wanna read any more Turtles. Let's just say that. Um, but if, well, hey, you've got this new Wolfman movie trailer dropped recently, worth a watch. I think it's January 20th. I think I saw a trailer for that. Speaking of that, Nosferatu comes out this Christmas. Oh yeah, Robert Eggers. Did NEP Legacy Justice? Oh, I appreciate that, Chris. I really do appreciate that. And hopefully we'll be doing some more stuff with them. I will be doing more stuff with them in the next year once they're kind of wrapped up with the Zoop campaign, and we're gonna have some conversations about some stuff. Derek, I did get there was one episode I definitely put up where I found a Gambit, X-Men 266 for I think it was like a quarter or 50 cents. Yeah, I actually had a couple of really good garage sales this year. Nothing Yeah, no, they were actually really good. There was the one where I got that dude let me kind of like go through the rest of the collection that he was selling, and what did I buy? There was some big book in there that was like, it was a Marvel Spotlight 5. No big deal, right? It is gonna be a Christmas classic. Yeah, Lighthouse is great, and Northman was really good, and obviously The Witch, which I'm going to see tonight, in IMAX, is well, it's on my top 5 list for my favorite horror movies. So yeah, Lighthouse was a trip. I mean, that movie is bananas, and it just it reaffirms how much we've always loved Willem Dafoe, and Pattinson's great. No, no, Eggers has not missed yet. He is super passionate about filmmaking, but he's super passionate about like the not just the craft, but the research, the details that he puts into. I mean, there's something to be said about a guy like that. We talk about like maybe him and Daniel Warren Johnson in the same sentence, or him and Matt Wagner in the same sentence. People like that that just there's not a detail spared. And everything kind of adds to the universe that exists in their creations. And Eggers is like that. I mean, The Witch is a perfect movie in my opinion. It just You can look at it as a period piece, and as a period piece, it's amazing. You could aesthetically break it down for like cinematography, score. Um, I remember the problem with The Witch when I first saw it in the theater is most theaters weren't calibrated sound wise to like give you the full experience because some of the dialogue is like it's not yeah, it's a little low, but it's you got to get used to the accents. And the second time I saw that movie, it really hit me how great it was. That was I've seen it probably 7 or 8 times, but seeing it in IMAX tonight, the voices are gonna the dialogue's gonna be, like, insanely clear. Yes, yes, the father, is he playing Gal yes, I think he is playing Galactus. Yeah, I forget his name. Um, Perfect voice for Galactus. Like, that dude, he's like, "Oh, I can't do it without no, I can't do it." But anyway, yes, I forget his name. I feel like he might have been a character in Game of Thrones too. I feel like everybody that's, from across the pond and in Europe was in Game of Thrones. Ralph someone. Ralph Steadman. It was Ralph Steadman who played, he was an artist and then he was the father in The Witch and now he's Galactus. It's old good old Ralph Steadman. Um, so yeah, that and it's interesting when, The Green Knight was Chris Finch from the UK office. Yeah, there you go, that's him. Is one of Theon's crew from Iron Islands. Yeah, there we go. So it's all connected. It's all connected. It's pretty interesting when the casting of that role was announced, no one talked about it. No one said anything. I was like, do people not did people miss that news piece? Or they were just too busy trying to I feel like when that was announced, people were so busy being angry at Pedro Pascal's mustache that they couldn't find joy in that finding Galactus. You know, I don't want to get into it too much because in the next episode of Direct Edition, I get into it. But I think it's time we take, look, this is a bold task, but I think it's time we take the internet back. I think we throw more like negativity can be fun when it's funny. Negativity for negativity's sake is not. It's just fucking boring. But I think we just start looking at things like they're, like I'm excited for this instead of it's gonna suck. Meh. The bigger question is, why are so many aliens British? Well, that dates back to 1772. I don't I that is a good question because they're well, Matt, I think it's because they're better actors. That's where acting began. Whoa, Shakespeare. Are you going to watch the Watchmen animated? Where where is it available? It's not an HBO thing. I'd like to see it because I heard good things about it, about the adaptation of it and how well it's done, but I have no clue where to watch it. Mother from the Witch was also Caitlin Stark's sister. Yes, exactly. That's why I thought that he was a Game of Thrones actor too, because that's I'm gonna breastfeed my 14-year-old child, Caitlin Stark. Theatrically trained, can emote through makeup more, probably. Uh, yeah, like everybody in the movie Alien was well, no, it was only Ian Holm was British. He was an android. I don't know the man who played the alien in the suit. Was he British? I thought it was a he wasn't British. Um, I need a new keyboard. Um, yeah, I don't know. British people just act they're better. Oh, he's French. Okay. Um, Yeah, I don't know why so many aliens are British. I'm excited to see The Witch. I'm excited for Halloween Horror Week. And there's so much goodness in these interviews that are coming out. I really hope they reach a decent size audience. It's tough, it's tough when you watch your channel just kind of like be like, oh, more people want to hear a bunch of jerk offs, like running circles around the you know PSA slab, and people talking about uh, like this sticky goose guy versus everybody. Like nobody really wants to sit there and talk about comics. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I should make more clickbait videos that are just like, I hate comics. Everything is woke. Women are woke. Like maybe I should make more videos like that. Anyway, I think I've reached where I want to be at this morning stream. I'm excited to go see The Witch today, and I'm excited to hear everybody's top five favorite horror movies when that video drops because I want to see the comments light up with your top five. I really hope that people pick up top 10. There you go. Top 10 reasons not to read your comics. I uh I think that would be a funny video if I did that. I won't, Leon, don't worry. I will let you know that there is a chance if I can't get approved for eBay Live, which I've been trying to for 2 fucking years, I may jump back on Whatnot in the next couple weeks to do cards and maybe Monsters of Filmland magazines. So, oh, thanks, William. There you go, Maddie. Sounds like a video for me. Top 10 reasons not to read your comics. I'll get Daryl on that show too, and it'll every time he says something about reading comics, I'll be like, no, this is the top 10 reasons not to read your comics. Come back to the dark side. It's just a supplemental thing. I would not be you will never lose West Coast Wednesdave to whatnot or eBay. That'll never happen. More likely to, do Instagram as a supplemental sale. Basically, I'm just trying to figure out financially to be able to go to Japan for 3 weeks. I got to make sure that I'm paying my rent and my bills while I'm away. That's kind of like how I'm looking at it. It's not spending money, it's the bills. But anywho, it's been a great experiment. What not the Avengers? I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. I don't want to force people to pay sales tax. I already pay the tax man. We only lose Wednesday to the witch. Exactly, Matt. Uh, you know, uh, would thou like to live deliciously? Yeah, you're only gonna lose me to either movies or music. But next week the sales resume. It's gonna be a graveyard sale plus some new stuff. But I think that's gonna be it for today. Don't forget to back the Ma Food Kickstarter, the Dracula Kickstarter, Switchblade Shorties, and the Mike Allred art book. That's what you should do with your money this week. If I were to suggest um, your financials for spending on comics, that's what I would do this week. Plus, you can put it on credit card. You don't have to pay it now. Anywho, please hit the like button. If you haven't watched the Daniel Warren Johnson interview, watch it. Drop a comment. Hit the like button on that. Engagement helps. Direct Edition, the podcast. I hit 75 Spotify subscribers today. I'm at almost 150 on YouTube. Like I think I have about 200 plus unique subscribers to the podcast. So, if you're not sick of me, consider just checking it out. I don't ask you for any money, just some interaction, some likes, some shares. Give it to your if you thank you, Steve. If you have an enemy, you could find a podcast episode to send to your enemy, or if you have somebody you love and you want them to enjoy my sultry voice, share it. But I think without any other thing to talk about, I won't waste any of your time this morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this experiment and might bring it back. Might do Wednesday mornings or just random mornings with like a 12-hour notice or whatever. But everybody have a great rest of your week. Happy Wednesday. Um, and don't forget, Horror Week starts this Saturday. 5 videos in 5 days. in between football games, in between baseball games, in between chicken wings. Give your Dave, give your Dave a support. Give your homie Dave a support. That's all I ask for. I appreciate everybody. You keep coming, and I'll keep creating. All right, everybody, have a great day. Doot, doot.